Hello everyone, this is Chapter 1, Shaping Society Together. This presentation has been made for Grade 6 Social Studies students in Alberta. This is a direct reading from the book Voices in Democracy, Action and Participation, written by J. Craig Harding and Alan Sears. This presentation is for educational purposes only. It is supposed to be used as a support tool for students and teachers during the COVID pandemic. Why do we have rules? In order to play a game, you have to learn the rules. What are some of the rules of the games shown on these pages? Where do you think these rules came from? What might happen if someone suddenly started using different rules? Rules let you know what you can and cannot do. They make a game fair because everyone has to follow the same rules. Once you know the rules, you can participate in the game and have fun. Can rules ever be changed? Imagine that you and your friends wanted to play soccer, but you didn't have enough players. What would you do? What might your family do if you wanted to include a much younger child in a board game? Rules for people living together in a community are much like rules for a game. It is everyone's job to learn what the rules are and behave accordingly. In this chapter, you will learn about government and democracy. As you read the chapter, think about this question. Why is it important for people and government to work together in a democracy? What are society's rules? In many ways, games are like a society. People in a society need rules to help them get along with one another. Rules guide how we act with others in our home, our school, our community, and our country. Rules help us solve conflicts in a peaceful way. The basic rules in Canada are in our Constitution. A Constitution is the supreme, that is, most important law of the land. It outlines the structure of the government. It also describes the powers of the government and the rights of the people. Who makes decisions about rules? Our laws are based on the values and principles that we share, such as equality, justice, respect for cultural differences, freedom, peace, equity, and fairness. In a democracy, the people have the power to make decisions about laws. In ancient Greece and early democracy, citizens would get together to discuss and then vote on laws. Why is it difficult to make decisions this way in a country like Canada with millions of people? In modern democracies, people vote for government representatives. Governments have the authority to make decisions and pass laws. Who are members of Canadian society? We all have our own identity. Part of our identity comes from the group we belong to. We have our own heritage, traditions, and family histories. We come from varied backgrounds and have different experiences. When we talk about Canadian society, we are referring to all the people who make up communities across Canada. Everyone who is born in Canada is a Canadian citizen. People who move to Canada from other countries must apply for citizenship if they wish to become citizens. All members of Canadian society can participate and contribute, but citizens are allowed certain rights and responsibilities, such as voting. This is the oath of citizenship that people take today when they become Canadian citizens. This oath may be made in English or in French. What democratic values can you find in it? And this is the oath. I swear or affirm that I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II, Queen of Canada, her heirs and successors, and that I will faithfully observe the laws of Canada and fulfill my duties as a Canadian citizen. The word citizen has several different meanings. In most cases, a person who is born in a country is automatically a citizen. People who move to a country can also get citizenship. As a citizen, a person has certain rights that non-citizens do not have, such as the right to vote. A citizen is someone who lives in a particular place, such as a city or town. A citizen is a person who contributes to the society in which he or she lives. Contributing to a society means playing a part in improving people's lives or improving the environment. Why do we need government? The purpose of government is to make sure that the people in a society have safe, comfortable lives. You have already looked at one way that government does this, by making laws. Laws help society run peacefully. Here are some other things that government does. Government provides services. People have certain needs such as food and shelter. Our families provide these needs for us. We also need schools, hospitals, libraries, courts of law, police, public transportation, community centers, and services for seniors. People cannot do all these things for themselves. One reason that people created government was so that there would be a structure to take care of the needs of everyone in society. Government protects rights and freedoms. In a democracy, people have certain rights and freedoms. The government's job is to protect our rights and freedoms. For example, our freedom of religion and the right to be considered innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. Government provides leadership. The government takes actions that affect our society in many ways. These include making decisions about the environment, resources, and relations with other countries. Representatives of the people, who are the politicians we elect, make decisions on our behalf. The decisions might be about closing a public swimming pool, opening a new school, or setting the fee for a dog license. The government also makes decisions such as sending troops to act as peacekeepers in another country. In order to make good decisions, governments need to listen to what people need and want. Governments rely on the people for information that will help with these decisions. People have a responsibility to inform the government of what they want and need. They have a responsibility to make their point of view known and to listen to and try to understand the point of views of other people. In a democracy, voting is one of a citizen's responsibilities. When you see discrimination and injustice, it is your job to speak out. We all need to pitch in to help others in our community. Letting the government know what you think is one of the responsibilities of citizenship. Responsible citizens obey the law. Every individual matters. Every individual has a role to play. Every individual makes a difference. Throughout this book, you will encounter many opinions on issues. You will also be asked to express your own opinion. In order to determine how reliable information about an issue is, you need to be able to tell the difference between fact and opinion. A fact is a statement that can be proven to be true. You can check a fact in an encyclopedia, a dictionary, or on a reliable internet site. Reliable websites include those posted by governments, universities, and museums. An opinion is what someone believes. An opinion cannot be proved to be right or wrong. People use facts to make their opinion more convincing to others. When you give an opinion on an issue, it will be more convincing if you back it up with facts. When you read information, you can look for clues that help you separate fact from opinion. Facts often contain numbers or dates. A fact is a specific piece of information. An opinion can include the words "I think" or "I believe." What do we mean when we say that someone contributes to society? In what ways do you or people you know contribute to society? One way is to become involved in actions that benefit others in the community. Another way you can contribute is to learn about issues in your community and school. You might find out that people affected by the issue disagree about the action that should be taken. For example, an issue in some schools today might be the use of cell phones. Once people become informed about an issue in their community, they may want to become more active. Sometimes people form a group so that they can work together to achieve certain goals. The goal might be to have the local government install streetlights at a dangerous corner, or create a law that prohibits people from keeping dangerous animals in their community. The goal may be to ask the government to correct injustices or wrongs from the past. Citizens can also be active by supporting an action a government takes. In some communities in Alberta, for example, the local government has imposed a curfew. Young people under 16 years of age are not allowed to be on the street without an adult after certain hours. Some citizens support this action.